I'm not really sure what's going on with Mulan. I don't know if it got canceled and they're going to push it back or what. I'm not sure because I looked at a bunch of theaters and it looks like it's still coming out on the 27th. There's times up and everything for a lot of places. So I don't know if they're actually going to delay this or not. It seems like they're going to. It's definitely been pushed out in a lot of other countries. I'm not sure with North America yet. I don't think I can 100% say. It looks like they did. This is from Friday the 13th of March, so I'm not sure. It seems like it did get delayed, though, which wouldn't really surprise me with everything that's going on right now. Hollywood is just a mess right now. They're losing so much money. I saw something that I think I'm going to do a video on saying that $20 billion in expected losses for Hollywood. And it brings a lot of questions. I wonder, when this all clears up, are they going to be able to continue on with all of this, we need to have so many of X and Y's and all of this woke nonsense that they're doing in the theaters? I wonder, are they going to be able to keep going on with that? It'll be interesting because they're going to need to bring their money back. They're going to have to recoup all these losses. And like I said in a video before, I wonder if the theaters can survive this because revenue for movie theaters was already down. So that's a question for another video. However, it seems people are a little upset with Mulan. All right. And it's not because of the cast. This is a all Asian film, so it's very diverse. It's because there's all of one group of people. So of course there's lots of diverse stuff in this film. However, it's never enough. You can never do enough. This is why it's pointless to try to make weirdos happy, because they're never happy with everything. They always want more. That's the whole saying. If you give them an inch, that they're going to take a mile, because that's what they always do. So I see stuff, floating around, and I'm looking around for some stuff to talk about, and I see this at Metro News, but not as you know it. I've loved Mulan since childhood, but the remake is too hot behind the camera. So this guy's upset, so upset that he might change his lipstick shade color. As you can see, he's rocking some dark purple color there with a fishnet shirt. Very stylish, very hip, very, very hip cat. So not very happy here, a little upset that Mulan behind the camera is apparently not completely Asian or something. I don't know. They've demanded that the studio release the books of all the people working behind the camera. We want to know the group the cameraman belongs to. We want to know the group that the guy who is interning and grabbing the coffee belongs to. We want to know, all of their ethnicity. We want to know who they are, where they're from, and who they're hooking up with. Because remember, the sexuality stuff, that's important too. So is the intern hooking up with dudes or girls? Also a very important question. These all need to be answered. They're more important than the movie. I got to remind you. So they're very upset. Apparently the screenwriter, there's a list. So this is the tweet. This is apparently a ton of people that's being reported here. So Off Color makes this tweet. Disney hired what director, costume designer, screenwriters, composer, cinematographer, film editor, and casting director. Oh, but this is terrible. It got 91K likes. Those are $91,000, I think, according to these people. So they're very upset about this. They want to know who is working on the film. Everybody needs to fill out a census, turn it in immediately to the media so that they can find out exactly who's working on this film. So they're very upset about this. And this is the only place. Metro is not the only one. We also have NBC News. This is big hot news right here. What's going on behind the camera of Mulan? Because, when we're designing movies, we need to import people directly from the country. So, and let's, instead of just grabbing our Hollywood crews that are experienced, it's like, hey, we're going to make a movie. Let's go ahead and hire people that have worked on movie sets before and have worked on, screenwriting, all this stuff. No, got to halt all that. What we need to do is seek out people that live in China, bring them on, train them on how to work on a Hollywood studio, and set back production and everything so that we can just train people. That way there's more representation behind the camera. It's not enough that the entire cast is Asian. That is not enough. We need to go more. We need to dig a little bit deeper, make this a little bit more of a friendly NPC film. You know what I find really funny about this? What's really funny, what really cracked me up when I was reading about all this news, there's only one social media user who they are using here. So one person complained about it, and that got multiple news sites to cover this. Multiple news sites. This is big news. We got to talk about this. Which, when is Hollywood going to stop? When are they going to stop this? When are we going to stop catering to these people? Because you'll never make them happy. They're never going to be happy. There's absolutely no way in hell to make them happy. Nothing is ever good enough. Nothing ever goes far enough. If everybody behind the camera came directly from China, well, then they would want everyone of different sizes. So everyone needs to put on weight so then we can have representation in body size and all this stuff. They'll find a reason to be mad about it. I don't get it. Now, one thing that I'm hoping is when everything clears up, all the madness going on, that maybe some of this stuff will go away, because we're scrambling for money at that point. Money is already going down the toilet right now for the entire entertainment industry. So hopefully a lot of this nonsense goes away. It's just so ridiculous to me. Every person in the film is Asian. But of course, one person whines about it and starts getting likes and retweets. That must mean the entire country hates it. And it doesn't look like anybody from the country that the movie's filmed in and all of the people and stuff over there, they don't care. It's only Asian Americans that are upset. Americans is the key word there. Americans are upset about it. And it's funny, they quote that these people are upset, but are they really? Because it seems like just that one dude is bitching about it. Everybody else doesn't seem to care. It's social currency to go on and get likes and retweets. So apparently that means everyone's upset about this, which is probably not the case. But it's a reason for NBC News and Metro and all these other places to get headlines, to look virtuous and like they're golden people and they're very great, and they can do no wrong because they want complete representation behind the camera. So remember, the guy that gets donuts and coffee for the crew, we got to fill out a census for that guy, make sure he fits the bill and is of the right cut to work on the film. I don't get it. It's all ridiculous to me. But this is the world that we live in, a world of madness, such as this. So here's something they're citing that's outrageous. This is so terrible, so bad. So Variety's tweeting this out, and they're using this example. So what this is the costume designer, okay, explaining how she designed the costumes. So what did she do? She did research. She went to museums and kind of looked around, traveled the country, kind of taking in the culture. She wanted to do research to make sure that everything that she was trying to do was authentic to the time period and so on and so on. Well, none of that matters. She needed to be of Chinese descent for that to matter. Instead of doing research, apparently, I guess they could have just brought somebody in to do the job and would not need to do any research whatsoever. You can't just bring somebody on. They don't have predate. Just because, you're descended from somewhere, it doesn't mean you have all kinds of knowledge automatically. You're not born with it. They seem to think that's the case. I don't know. But anybody can write or design stuff. Usually, it's best to do research, and anybody can do that. Anybody can write anybody. Anybody can design anything. You just need to do research, and that's what she did. But that's not enough because, well, she's not of the right cut. They also blasted the screenwriter for doing the same stuff. It's stupid. Anybody can write anybody. But, we need to go back and do, some segregating. I mean, that's what all this is. They want to go back. This is why, that's why it's more of a regression, a regressive thing with these people. They want to go back in time and not move forward. There's no unity with these people. They want everybody separated. It's really strange and sad, and I just wish all of these outlets would go bankrupt. I really do, because they just make the world a worse place. They really do, with this nonsense garbage that nobody's mad about. One person on Twitter is upset about it. That was enough for all these outlets to run around and act like this is a huge deal. Because that tweet got a bunch of tweets or likes and retweets. So it's a bunch of nonsense. It's stupid. The movie has an all-Asian cast. But that's not enough. It's never enough. And this is why these companies should stop bowing to these clowns, but they won't. They're going to literally put themselves in a hole. $20 billion is going to be lost this year because of everything going on, and they're still trying to make these people happy. It's so insane to me. Anyway, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Leave me some comments. What do you think about this? I'd like to hear what you have to say. Also, throw a like up if you would. Share the video. Very, very important, because YouTube's not doing it. Not doing it for a lot of people, I see. So make sure you share everybody's videos that you like. It's very good and helpful for channels that you enjoy. Also, make sure you still subscribe. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that notification bell, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, take a moment. Make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. There's something going on right now, and they've been unsubscribing people. So just take a second and double check on that, and subscribe if you're new.
How dare you!